You will never reach the surface of the sun, because the sun does not have one, and long before you could ever arrive, it would already have erased you, atom by atom. Every morning, it rises, warm, familiar, almost gentle. The one star we think we understand. But the sun is not a friendly light in the sky. It is a raging nuclear furnace so vast that more than 1,000,000 Earths could fit inside it, held together only by the crushing weight of its own gravity. And if you tried to fall into it, you would discover that our life-giving star is also one of the most violent places in the entire solar system. So let's do something no human, no spacecraft, no material we have ever built could survive. Let's fall into the sun, layer by layer, all the way down to the heart, where its light is born. It's time to lift the veil on the star that keeps us alive. We begin our fall from the safety of Earth, 93 million miles away. From here, the sun looks small enough to hide behind your thumb. That is the first illusion. As you fall toward it, it swells and swells until it fills the entire sky, a wall of blinding fire with no edge in sight. And you are still millions of miles away, because the danger does not wait for you to arrive. Long before you reach the sun itself, its heat and radiation begin to destroy you. A spacecraft falling in would have its shields glow red, then white, then simply melt and boil away. There is no clever material, no heat shield that survives this. The sun does not need to touch you to kill you. It reaches out across the void and cooks everything that comes near. But let's imagine you somehow keep falling. Now you approach what we call the surface. Except, there is no surface, nothing solid to land on. What looks like a glowing sphere from Earth is actually the photosphere, a churning ocean of superheated gas. Plasma so hot, it glows at around 5,500 degrees Celsius. You would not crash onto the sun, you would sink into it, like falling into an endless sea of fire that has no floor. And as you sink, the sun begins to crush you. Just beneath the surface lies the convection zone, where gigantic columns of boiling plasma rise and fall, each one larger than entire countries, churning with a violence that would tear any object apart. The pressure climbs, the heat climbs, the light around you turns from orange to blinding white, to something the human eye was never built to see. Go deeper still, and you enter the radiative zone, and here, the sun reveals one of its strangest secrets. This region is so incredibly dense that light itself gets trapped. A single particle of light, born deep in the core, bounces and scatters through this zone for an unimaginably long time before it can finally escape. Not seconds, not years. Scientists estimate it can take tens of thousands of years. By some measures, around 100,000 years for that light to fight its way out to the surface, which means the sunlight warming your face this very moment may have been created before humans built their first cities. And now, at last, you reach the center, the core. The reason the sun exists at all. Here, the pressure is beyond anything imaginable. Hundreds of billions of times the pressure of Earth's atmosphere, and the temperature climbs to around 15 million degrees Celsius. In this crushing inferno, the sun does something almost magical and almost terrifying. It squeezes hydrogen so hard that atoms fuse together into helium, and in doing so, it converts a tiny fraction of their mass directly into energy. Every single second, the sun destroys around 4 million tons of itself, turning it into pure light. That light is what crosses 93 million miles of space and lands gently on your skin. You could never witness this place. Long before you reach the core, you would have been torn apart, stripped down to bare atoms, and swallowed into the fire. There is no surviving the heart of a star. There is only becoming part of it. And here is the thought that should stay with you. The sun is not a peaceful lamp hanging in the sky. It is a controlled explosion the size of 1,000,000 Earths that has been burning for over 4.5 billion years and will keep burning for billions more. It would annihilate you in an instant if you came too close, And yet, from a safe distance of 93 million miles, that very same violence is the only reason you are alive to wonder about it at all. That is the strange truth the sun hides behind its warmth. The line between what gives us life and what would destroy us completely is nothing more than distance. Come close enough to any source of great power, and its gift becomes its weapon. Some veils, the universe lifts slowly, and the sun has kept most of its own hidden in plain sight, shining down on us every single day, while few of us ever stop to think about the monster behind the light. If you want to keep lifting these veils with us, stay a little longer. Because one day, this same sun will begin to die, swelling into a monster large enough to swallow the inner planets whole, and that is a story for next time. Until then, keep looking up, but never, ever, look directly at the sun. It has been waiting far longer than you have.